The BRICS Summit is set to take place in South Africa in August, and amid speculations, South Africa announced that Russian President Vladimir Putin will not attend the summit. The details with Jayne Codnita.
The office of South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that Russian President Vladimir Putin will not attend the BRICS Summit leaders set to take place in Johannesburg, South Africa in August. A statement released by the office of the South African President on Wednesday said, quote, "By mutual agreement, President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation will not attend the summit, but the Russian Federation will be represented by Foreign Minister Mr. Sergei Lavrov." Russia, on the other hand, has yet to confirm South Africa's statement. It can be remembered that the office of Russian President Putin said no final decision has been taken regarding his plans for the BRICS summit. The BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, the fast-growing economies of the world, and the event in August would be the first face-to-face gathering of BRICS leaders in several years. Talks on whether Putin will attend the summit has been looming for months, as South Africa is a member of the International Criminal Court, or the ICC. The said body issued an arrest warrant for Putin over his alleged role of kidnapping Ukrainian children, to which Russia has rejected, saying that such charges are politically motivated and misrepresenting the evacuation of Ukrainian children from the conflict zone. It can also be remembered that South African President Cyril Ramaphosa on Tuesday warned that the ICC arrest warrant for Putin would amount to a declaration of war against Russia, and that it would be inconsistent for the South African Constitution to risk engaging a war with Russia, and the move would also fail his duty to protect his country. As an ICC signatory, South Africa is obliged to help in Putin's arrest, noting that the South African president has long sought to quit the said international body. Ramaphosa has resisted immense pressure from the United States to condemn Russia over the conflict in Ukraine by maintaining neutrality, and said that the expansion of NATO triggered the crisis between Russia and Ukraine. South Africa's leading opposition party, the Democratic Alliance, on the other hand, demanded that the government arrest Putin and turn him over to the ICC once he sets foot in the country. Russia, meanwhile, is not a party of the Rome Statute that established the ICC. The Kremlin has said that the ICC has no authority against Russia. Reporting, this has been Jayne Codnita, SMNI News.
NATO member Hungary opposed the plan of delivering weapons to Ukraine to aid the said country in its fight against Russian forces. Carlo de la Peña for the rest of this report.
Hungary expressed opposition to any weapon deliveries to Ukraine and especially stands against the use of cluster munitions. According to Hungarian Foreign Minister Péter Szijjártó, the solutions must come at the negotiating table and not on the battlefield.
Generally speaking, we are against the usage of such weapons because they are extremely dangerous and they can put the lives of civilians at risk very badly. So it's not an accident that we have joined the global initiative to ban the cluster bombs. So we are absolutely not happy with the decision of the United States in this regard, and we do see it as a decision which can bring further suffering and further casualties. More generally speaking, we definitely don't like any weapon deliveries to Ukraine.
The Hungarian foreign minister stated that the more weapons are sent to Ukraine, the longer the conflict will last and the higher the number of deaths and injuries will be. He also emphasized for concerted efforts to bring about a ceasefire and called on all sides involved to resolve the crisis through negotiations, not through fighting.
We don't see any battleground solution. We only see solution around the negotiating table. We only see the diplomatic solution. There's no solution on the battlefield, but there are casualties on the battlefield. The more days, the more casualties. So therefore, we should stop that. We should stop that for all.
It can be remembered that the U.S. in early July announced that it will deliver cluster munitions to Ukraine as part of the $800 million, a decision which has elicited sharp criticism worldwide, not least from Hungary. Reporting, this has been Carlo de la Peña, SMNI News.